And welcome back to Who Would Win. And today's Who Would Win comes to us from Chaotic Crisis. Very apt name for what's going on right now. But you gave kind of an interesting one. One that's a little different than normal. It's not two characters so much as two kind of almost all-powerful weapons in respective universes. The White Lantern Ring from DC Universe versus the Infinity Gauntlet from the Marvel Universe. Now, we will be looking at them at we're not going to be looking at it, say, the White Lantern Ring at full power versus a Gauntlet with 3 gems, or a full-powered Gauntlet versus a White Lantern Ring at only like 2% power or something like that. No, we got to look at these respective items, or respective weapons, if you will, at their most powerful. So it doesn't really matter who's using the Gauntlet in this case. It doesn't matter who's got a White Lantern Ring. So long as they are at 100% of their full operating capacity, full extent of their abilities, that's the way we're going to be looking at this fight. The White Lantern Ring is the lantern. Oh man, say that so many times it starts to really tongue twister you. The White Lantern Ring is the Lantern Ring of life. It is derived from the white light of life, and therefore powered by life. To be a White Lantern, you, most importantly, need to be alive. Although you can theoretically be dead and brought back to life. You just need to experience life. Like Dead Man, for instance, was brought back to life by the White Lantern Ring for a little while. He was riding roller coasters, having a great time, experiencing and enjoying life, and that increased the power of the White Lantern Ring. This is when the White Lantern Ring was still a relatively fresh and new thing. Because white is the combination of every color in the spectrum, at least at least of the visible light spectrum, it has every power of every lantern ring. So whatever the Green Lanterns can do, it can do. Yellow, blue, purple, you name it, the White Lantern Ring can do it. Plus, it has the ability to actually bring the dead back to life. Has all the standard lantern abilities like creating constructs, things along those lines. Control fundamental forces, heat, gravity, things like that. Probably can manipulate time like a Green Lantern can to some degree. The White Lantern Ring is the most powerful of all the Lantern Rings there, and be none, end all, end of story kind of thing. The only real weaknesses is death. A White Lantern technically can kill, but technically speaking, that would theoretically decrease the value, the power of the ring, because your power is to uphold life, theoretically speaking, to protect life, to nurture and grow life. So in that sense, it's a little bit of a gray area, but destroying things isn't necessarily destroying life. Like if he destroys the Gauntlet, it's not going against that. So the Green Lantern Ring is extremely powerful, one of the most powerful weapons in DC, and probably in some comics, really. The Infinity Gauntlet, look, between Endgame and Infinity War, I'm sure everyone at this point knows what the Infinity Gauntlet is. But let's just go through a quick rundown. And by the way, we won't go with the MCU version. We will go with the standard comics version. So the Infinity Gems were created basically at the birth of the universe. In all the multiverses, each universe has its own set of Infinity Gems. And they can have their own set of, that means they have their own Infinity Gauntlet. The only problem is they only work within their respective universe. But if you go with the crossover, which was with, I think, Valiant? Was it with Valiant or Image? I want to say it was Valiant. They were created from a being known as Nemesis, who has the 7th gem, which is the Ego gem. The point being, they were created. They each represent a fundamental aspect of the universe: power, mind, soul, reality, time, and space. Each are controlling that aspect to pretty much a near 9 infinite degree. And when they basically are combined together into some sort of device for controlling them. With Thanos, all he really did was put it on his glove. It wasn't like it's not like in the MCU where Thanos actually had a device crafted to harness the power of the stones. No, Thanos just put them on his hand and he made a glove. That's what he did. Hell, the only reason anyone got the damn thing off of him was because he got cocky, decided to make himself a cosmic being that was like eternity, basically, like basically a being who's basically conscious and could basically kind of form himself. And then the Nebula took the damn gauntlet. So that's the only reason the damn thing got off his hand in the first place. But theoretically, as long as you're powerful enough to actually harness the power of these, you can just hold on to these things and use them. You could hold them all in your hand like this and use them, hypothetically speaking. But when they're all when they all come together in the Gauntlet, you pretty much are the de facto god at that point of the MC or the Marvel universe. The only ones that we know have equal power to an Infinity Gauntlet would be the Living Tribunal. The one above all, obviously, is the de facto god, the creator. Like, not even the one above all could, or Thanos could take on the one above all. And anyone, at least in the What If standby, or What If, not standby, What If series, the What If Thanos the End. Someone who has the heart of the universe pretty much has a power beyond even the Infinity Gauntlet. And it's said that the Beyonders are also possibly stronger than the Infinity Gauntlet, but that's up for interpretation, I suppose. I guess it all depends on which version of the Beyonders you're reading. And I mean the Beyonders, not the group, but the individuals, the race of individuals. But yes, having the Infinity Gauntlet means you can do whatever you pretty much want to. You can turn Thor into glass. You can snap your fingers and erase half the universe. By the way, in the Marvel comics, the Infinity Gauntlet is far more powerful in the Marvel comics than it is in the MCU. Reason for that is, yes, they both did the exact same thing, snapped and wiped out half the universe. But Thanos did that with like a snap, and it just instantaneously happened. Like, people were just gone. And he was just fine. Like, it didn't do a damn thing. It didn't hurt him in the least. It was like, gotta sit down with my death, honey. Yeah, baby. Whereas, obviously, in the MCU, we've seen Infinity War and Endgame at this point, it wrecked his arm. It wrecked the Gauntlet. He was still able to use it, but it did lasting damage. So there's a distinct difference between the two versions of the Gauntlet. That's why we're using the more powerful version, because it's only fair to use the more powerful version of this. So yeah, Thanos literally just turned all the Celestials and Galactus into stone. He easily broke Cap's vibranium adamantium combo shield, indestructible. Turned Wolverine's adamantium into rubber. He was able to completely and utterly wreck anyone who came at him. There was no one who could really stand against him. Now, other individuals taking up the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics. So I remember when Black Panther took it up to take on God King Doom. I can't remember if he actually won that fight. Because God King Doom had also was like using powers of both Molecule Man, and I think a little bit of the Beyonders powers as well. So he was a bit more, I think he was on par with the Gauntlet at that point, so it was a tough fight. I can't recall if Thor won that fight Black Panther won that fight or not. Point being that Black Panther's done it. Reed Richards done it. Hell, the Council Reeds each have an Infinity Gauntlet. Hulk has done the Gauntlet at some point. Spider-Man had the Gauntlet at one point. Yeah, a lot. Obviously, Adam Warlock has used it. Magnus has used it. So there's a lot of individuals who have actually used the Infinity Gauntlet. So ultimately, what wins in a fight? Someone using a White Lantern ring at full power, or someone using the Infinity Gauntlet, Comics Edition, to its full capacity. Well, for me, see, here's the thing. Someone actually did a video. I can't remember who it was. It might have been like Watch Mojo or something like that, or someone else. Did a video on like the most powerful weapons in comics, and they rated the White Lantern ring above the Infinity Gauntlet. And I think the reason they did is because the Infinity Gauntlet doesn't work outside its own universe. And I can understand that mindset, but in a fight between two individuals wielding these items, they both have to be able to use them to their full capacity to get a proper idea who would win. And if you're doing that, then to me, it's no freaking contest. It's the Infinity Gauntlet that wins. And here's the reason why. Anything that the White Lantern ring can do, the Infinity Gauntlet can do it just as easy. Even mimic any of the Lantern ring abilities, hypothetically speaking. Because the White Lantern ring has so many abilities to it, but they're abilities that are, what's the best way to put it? They're abilities that are not hard to imitate. Hell, Thanos could bring life back. Let's just assume it's Thanos in this case. Thanos, if he's willing Gauntlet, could bring life back. White Lantern ring can do that. White Lantern ring can fire off energy. Of course, Infinity Gauntlet controls all power in the universe, meaning any of the energy coming from the White Lantern he could easily take. Soul, life, Easy, manipulates that. White Lantern ring can manipulate time to some degree. Nope, time stone, got you there. Trying to teleport, space stone, got you there. I can just, do that. Reality warping, the White Lantern ring can't even, it can on a minor scale do it. But really, when you're talking about real reality warping, no. No, that Infinity Gauntlet's gone there too. There's nothing the White Lantern ring actually can do that the Infinity Gauntlet can't do in its own right, and then some. Now, that's not to say that someone wielding a full-powered White Lantern ring would just roll over and just, surrender or couldn't do anything to someone wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. No, the White Lantern ring is a weapon, to be fair, that is something that could at least fight on par, at least for a certain amount of time, with the Infinity Gauntlet. On that, I have no doubt. But when you really break it down, it's a ring. It's a piece of tech. Thanos, and again, I'm going with Thanos wearing this. Whoever's wearing it, if they honestly want to, can just snap that ring out of existence. That's the big thing here, is that the ring itself, it's not like this person. It's not like, let's say, because I think this is Hal. Is either Hal or Guy? No, it's not Guy. John? No, I think it is Guy. I think it is Guy who became the White Lantern. Anyway, it's not like Guy, when he's wielding the White Lantern, has all the powers in his body. It's not like he's a Captain Marvel type character who's just wielding all his powers. No, he has a device that gives him this power. Therefore, you destroy the device, you destroy whatever power he has. And despite how powerful the White Lantern ring is, we've seen that it's been destroyed before, that it can be destroyed or dismantled. When he tried to, when Hal Jordan or Guy Gardner I can't remember who he was trying to bring back. John Stewart, Dr. Manhattan, who was in the Marvel DC universe at the time, got in the way and actually overpowered the White Lantern ring and separated back into the 7 core rings that made it up. So the White Lantern ring has limitations and can be overpowered. It's not the de facto end-all be-all most powerful weapon in the DC universe. There are individuals stronger than it. And because of that, we know it can be either at least broken down or destroyed. The Infinity Gauntlet could do that literally with a snap, whoever's wielding it with a snap of their fingers. The moment they can tell that's where the power is coming from, and if you're wielding something that literally can identify or has all the power in the universe, plus all 5 other rings, whoever's wearing the gauntlet could easily identify that the power is coming from the rings, so they just remove the ring out of the equation. And I think that's the problem here, is that the Infinity Gauntlet just has an immediate answer to the White Lantern ring, whereas the White Lantern ring does not have an immediate answer to the Infinity Gauntlet. So if you're going to ask me what I think wins in an Infinity Gauntlet versus White Lantern ring fight, it's the Infinity Gauntlet. I think hands down it's the Infinity Gauntlet. Now, is it easier for someone to become a White Lantern than it is to collect the Infinity Stones? Absolutely it is. Now, granted, there's only one. I think, are there any White Lanterns actually left currently in comics? Let me see here. Give me one second. White Lanterns. Because I think they're all gone at this point, aren't they? Or is there one more still around? Let's see here. Bearers of the White. Oh, that's right. There's also a little thing where bearers of the White Lantern ring become subservient to the life entity. So yeah, it's a little bit of a parasitic ring too. So not the best thing. Let's see here. Well, White Lantern Corps members. Okay, current owner. Yep. Kyle. Okay, it's Kyle Rayner. That's who it is. Sorry, I thought it was Guy Gardner's. I apologize profusely for that. A lot of people don't like Guy Gardner, and I'm among them. No, it's Kyle Rayner who is it. And Kyle Rayner, yeah, he's the current White Lantern. So there is still a White Lantern out in the universe, which is good. Good for him. But again, he is kind of a slave to the entity of life, which again makes it a slightly parasitic ring too. So ultimately, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And if you agree with me, great. If you don't, great too. Have fun debating that in the comments below. We need something to do at the moment. Until then, thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see more, put in the comments below. Who would wins, what ifs, reviews, Star Wars, magic, anything I do on the channel, really. You know where to put. You know where I am. You know where to find me. You know where to write it down. I got another Who Would Win tomorrow. That's really all I got planned tomorrow. I did have another video thought out today, but I decided I just ran out of time for it. I'll probably do it over the weekend, seeing as I'm not doing box office at the moment because the box office just isn't active. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I mean, I'll still have a Who Would Win for Sunday because I'm going through the week of a Who Would Win. But yeah, I'll probably save it for Sunday. That's not a bad idea. Give me more time to write things down. Till then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later, folks.